I think, we probably are deficient because, for many reasons, whether it's like an ARFID situation or we forget to eat or we're, having a moment where we just eat the same thing, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the past month. And maybe we don't have like the best nutritional intake. Sure. But I think some of these vitamins that are, or supplements that are like being advertised as like an Adderall supplement are just B vitamins.
Yeah, they're just like vitamins your body needs anyways, and you're just like getting enough vitamins.
You're just deficient is what I think is like 90% of these vitamins is like you're deficient and here we go.
Yeah, especially for ADHD and autism, where we're just notoriously bad at like having consistently good nutrition.
They said that we'd grow out of it. Well, the joke's on them, that's just our brains. We're eccentric, loud, and stubborn. And most of our clothing is covered in stains. It's not a deficit of attention. There's just too much to think about. So if executive dysfunction becomes a little too much, if you forgot why you came in this room, or you're hypersensitive to touch, then put on your seamless socks and come join our little flock. Bitches stimming together, we're weirds of a feather. Weirds of a feather.
All right.
Okay, so let's get into this.
Yeah.
Welcome to Weirds of a Feather. And AuDHD.
I think it's so funny when I do that. I make myself laugh with it.
This is an AuDHD-Adjacent podcast, heavy on the adjacent.
And also heavy on the AuDHD.
Yeah, welcome.
Just kind of heavy all around.
Welcome. It's been a journey.
Yeah. Journey through time.
Couple weeks.
God, time, I don't understand it. It feels like we are stuck in an infinite loop of horror and sorrow, but also that time is rapidly flying past us.
Yeah.
So just kind of like this weird time warp of misery. Time warp of misery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems appropriate. And if you're like, I don't live in the US and I don't know what you're talking about. To be alive. Can
you imagine? But also I feel like everyone else also knows what's happening because this has global impacts.
Right. We live in the US and we live in a state where ICE has recently been kidnapping people. And it's been super depressing.
Yep. And I'm Grace Bray. Did I already say my name?
I said your name for you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I'm also Grace Bray. Fuck ICE. Just up top.
Them.
Let's just say that. They're criminal losers. They're really just like losers who played like way too much Call of Duty and now think that they're gonna like LARP being a badass.
And they're not. They're just
couldn't get into the military. People. Yeah. Just kind of like taking their anger and misplaced aggression out on members of their communities. So I don't know what to tell you. I can't imagine any ICE officers are listening to this, but if you are, I'm sorry your dad didn't love you, but this isn't going to make him come back. So maybe go to therapy and figure out why you have to take your anger out on
like
innocent people going about their lives. I'd rather have a country full of immigrants than a country full of you. So
yeah, exactly.
That's really all there is to it. If you are in the United States and you're feeling super helpless and alone and overwhelmed, understood. Like I've talked about before, getting into action is really the best way to kind of get yourself out of that mental loop of just feeling like you're overwhelmed, you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do. You know, obviously donating money to like local relief funds, bail funds, food kitchens. You can sign up to like deliver groceries to people who are terrified to leave their homes and are sheltering in place. You can go help keep kids safe going to and from school. This feels so dystopian and crazy to have to even say, but this is the reality of what we're going through. And just want to acknowledge that like for white people, this is like a new, oh my God, this is so crazy. I can't believe they're killing us in the streets. But like for Black and Indigenous and brown people, this has been happening a lot longer. So I think it's just important for us as white people to obviously be trying to help and being upset and being horrified by it, but also enough of the like, this isn't who America is. Like it is. This is kind of like what our country was founded on, is like and terrorizing like, people.
You know, it's been escalating, right?
Yes.
Like we've all seen the escalation. So you're like, there's no way you can say, oh my gosh, how did this happen? We know.
Yes.
Everybody's been watching.
We've been watching it happen.
We've been watching it happen, and we've been kind of standing by as it happens. But this is, you know, we can't do that anymore.
It's really ramping up, and it's really like in our faces. So do whatever you can to help people in your communities. Use your white privilege to, you know, do the stuff that they can't do. Carry a whistle around so you can alert your community to if there's ice presence.
New hobby.
If you had a really loud whistle, you can also do things like I've seen people getting a bunch of whistles and leaving them in like little free libraries for people, just so like everyone has them. Yeah, there's obviously like way more of us than there are of them. It really just takes the community coming together and standing behind our immigrant neighbors and protecting each other and like talking about it and not burying your heads in the sand. I know it's hard and scary, but like it is our duty as Americans, I feel like, to protect the most vulnerable among us. And our government is not going to do it. They're actually going to like actively terrorize us and terrorize those people in our communities. But immigrants make our country wonderful. That's what America was founded on.
Yes.
So like, what the fuck? It's so hypocritical to act like you're anti-immigration when we wouldn't.
You are a family, like from a family of immigrants.
Yes. So like,
unless you're Indigenous, everybody here is an immigrant or from an immigrant family.
Yes. So, and I feel like it's our time as white people to kind of step to the front lines. Black people have been putting their bodies on the line for decades. They've been fighting against police violence. They've been, you know, there's the whole, like, I guess the Second Amendment doesn't exist anymore because Alex Preddy was killed, like, quote unquote, for having a gun on him, even though it was a legal and registered firearm. But Black people have not been able to safely have guns on them for decades. So I think it's just important to like keep that all in mind as we talk about this as white people.
Yeah.
And if you have any like resources or good places to like donate to or good ways to volunteer or help people in the community, let us know and we will be happy to share that information, because we're obviously like feeling sick over this whole thing, and it just is so dystopian. It's so crazy to just like try to go about your daily life while this is happening. So keep hanging in there. Take care of your nervous systems, because this isn't a 1 week sprint. We're not going to just go back to normal. This is kind of a progression that I don't see stopping anytime soon. So it's really important. Like, we're not going to be useful unless we take care of our nervous systems, and we can't just be running around like Chicken Little with our heads cut off. As, you know, horrifying and panic inducing as it is, we're not going to be useful or helpful to anyone if we let them like wear us down, which is what they want. They want us to be they want to fry our nervous systems. They want us to feel hopeless. They want us to be in this constant state of panic so that we're inefficient, ineffective. So taking care of your nervous system really is like anti-fascism. So start tapping. Please, I'm begging you. I know I say it all the time, but now is the time. Tapping is like the only thing.
Like your life depends on it.
Yes. Get to clicking and clacking. Tapping is the only, and if you just started listening to this podcast, I'm not actually talking about tap dancing. I'm talking about EFT.
She is. Don't listen to her. She really needs
dance it out. Just dance the song that's in your heart. But also
style.
Yeah. They're trying to stop us from dancing. I say, I don't think so. Get out there. No, but EFT is a form of nervous system regulation. I've talked about the tapping solution as an app for it, but you can also find free ones on YouTube. I'm so stressed about uncertainty every single night. It's literally like the only way I sleep. And I always feel so much better the next day after I do it. And then the next night I'm like, I did it last night. I'll be fine. And I don't do it and I don't sleep well. And then I like have a shitty day the next day. So it's almost like there's a huge correlation and I need to take my own advice. Susan actually checked in a little while ago when we were ranting and raving. I think it was our burnout episode. And she's Grace, I can tell that you've fallen off with your tapping. And I had. And she was right to clock me on that.
Thank you, Susan.
So it clearly makes such a difference that like our listeners can tell when I'm not doing it. So thank you, Susan, for lovingly being the stern mother that I needed you to be in that moment. You're our pod mother. Kylie's our fairy pod mother. Susan is like our pod mom, I feel like.
Pod mom.
Yeah. So thank you, Susan. I appreciate you. But please take care of your nervous systems because we can't, like, they want us to be worn down. And if you have, PDA and you're good at being oppositionally defiant, think of tapping as like sticking it to the man, They don't want you to take care of your nervous systems. Do it just for spite. Okay. And that's all I got right now.
All right. I like it.
Yeah. Thanks.
No, makes us feel better. What a world we live in. It's just
a world.
Kind of hard to, I don't know. I'm having a hard time like living my daily life.
Yep.
Which I know is like the point. That's what they want.
Yeah.
And so I'll be like looking at someone's hemorrhoids and then it will just hit me being like, one, what have I done in my life to deserve this? But two,
why am I in this butthole?
Yeah. Why all these degrees and here I am.
Yep.
Like, what? But also, in addition to that, it'll be like people are getting kidnapped off the street and murdered. And here I am looking at buttholes. And I'm just like,
what is my life?
It feels so surreal. And it's like nonsensical to me. And then I'm like, have to like type up my notes. And I'm just like, none of this matters.
Yeah.
But hemorrhoids need to be seen. You got to take care of your hemorrhoids.
Matter.
Yeah, hemorrhoids matter.
They do matter.
They do matter, especially if you have them. You'll know about them.
Yeah, then you'll care about those hemorrhoids.
Yeah, but
yeah.
All right. Are you feeling?
Nevertheless, I guess we'll just kind of push through and give you guys an episode.
Yeah,
because...
we got a meaty episode here.
Yeah.
We're kind of chatting about things that we're expanding on a series that we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the more you learn, the better prepared you'll be to take care of yourself and take action and make changes. So let's learn a little.
Yeah, let's learn a little. But first, let's celebrate our accomplishments.
Please.
Yeah. Grace, what did you accomplish?
I got a jumping spider.
Damn. Wait a minute.
Yep.
I've been here for hours. You haven't shown me?
Because I was saving it. No, she's at Lauren's.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I'm dog sitting right now for my friend Lauren. So just came home to record this in the basement and then I'll have to go back to Lauren's. I'm having a wonderful time. She has a beautiful house and 2 handsome, lovely golden retrievers.
Yeah, I've been watching your TikToks. Our TikToks.
Yes. Well, I also got a new phone finally because my phone camera has been shattered for months. So I just haven't been taking any photos.
Yeah.
So now I can finally actually take pictures and videos of things. Things are looking up for old AC.
Despite the world around you, things are on the up and up.
Yeah.
I'm excited. What did you name them?
So, Kylie had a pool party, birthday party a couple weekends ago. She rented this huge, beautiful mansion in Falmouth that has an indoor pool.
Whoa.
So crazy. It has a slide, a sauna, a steam room, like 10 bedrooms. It was crazy. It was so cool. But one of their friends is a Vermont state trooper. He knew I was on the hunt for a jumping spider. He found one in the pool room hanging out on the window.
Oh,
he caught it for me. It's a wild caught spider, which normally I wouldn't ever take an animal away from its family because I hate the idea of like mom just went missing and no one knows where she went, of like if it's an animal that lives in communities. I hate the idea of that. But spiders, especially jumping spiders, are very solitary. They do not live with companions.
Also, this sounds like an upgrade.
Yeah, right. You got like this bougie house where I feed you fruit flies and mist you every day and take care of you.
Upgrade.
Yeah, so definitely an upgrade. So I feel okay about a wild caught one. But yeah, Toby caught a caught a jumping spider for me. It was very exciting. I had Ian bring my little terrarium over.
Ian, terrarium, now!
Bring it from home. Everyone was like, did you just have that? And I was like,
Yes, I've been preparing for months.
Yes, I've been waiting for I was going to order one online, but I was like, no, I feel like I'll encounter one in the wild. So I kind of feel like I manifested the spider.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. So I like set up my little home while everyone else was playing in the pool. I was like setting up my little spider house. But Clara was there, Kylie's 3-year-old daughter and my personal friend. And we had her name the spider, named it Carrot.
Oh my God, I love that.
Carrot has settled in well. Obsessed. Carrot is like perfect name. Couldn't be any better.
That's really funny.
Yeah. So Carrot is settling in well. I got her home all set up, got some fruit flies. Left them in the freezer too long and killed 3/4 of them. But you know what? They're repopulating. You buy like a little tub of them and you're supposed to either like put them in the fridge for like 10 minutes or you can flash freeze them real quick in the freezer for like 1 minute and they'll kind of just be stunned. And then you can like shake some into the terrarium. So then they'll be a little sleepy, but they'll still be alive.
What about like crickets or something bigger?
No, she's not ready for that. They move on to mealworms when they're bigger, but I tried with some mealworms. She wasn't going for it. So that's the only problem with catching one is you don't know like what stage they're in.
Yeah.
So I just got both. She's been loving the fruit flies. It's fun to like watch her catch them.
Yeah.
So just have to buy a tub of them and then they just like keep reproducing in there. So they're fine. But the other day I stupidly was like, I can put it in the freezer for 1 minute. I'll remember.
No.
Like an hour later, I was like, fuck. So most of them were dead.
It's a cold snap.
Yeah. Yeah, they just all dropped dead. But there were like a few left and then they have since reproduced. So like we're good, but close call. So yeah, Carrot's settling in well and I'm just like really excited. Most people hate it when I tell them. They're like, oh, why? Why do you have that? I don't know. Why not?
Excited for you. I'm glad it's you.
Thank you. She's so cute. She's like teeny tiny. She's just like a little
need some
thing.
carrot vids.
I'll take some carrot vids. It's kind of hard because she's in like a little glass terrarium, so it's hard to like take good footage. But now that I've actually got a functioning camera, I'll try to capture some pics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm psyched.
Can't wait to meet her.
You know, have new life in the home.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. There you go.
I'll introduce you. What did you accomplish? We didn't even sing our song.
Oh, fuck.
What are we doing?
Man,
the one time I let you take the lead.
Yeah, we're off.
We're off
today.
We haven't done this in a while.
We haven't done it in a while.
Society's collapsing around us.
We're rusty.
All things considered, we're doing okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this light bulb's on. I was like, why do I hate it in here? Hold on. Should we do the song now?
Yeah. Let's do the song. Yeah, we'll do the song. Okay. Are you ready?
Little accomplishments, but big in our hearts. Yeah. All right, Kristen, what did you accomplish?
I renewed my PA license before it expired.
Yeah, you did.
Woo.
How soon before it expired?
I like a month.
All right.
I know.
Okay.
Look at me.
Early Earl.
Yeah, now I just have to renew my DEA license so I can still prescribe drugs.
Get those drugs.
Yeah, drug
nice.
it up. But yeah, despite being miserable at my job, I persist. So, and I will, because that thing's good for the next, few years. So
go nuts.
Yeah.
Good job. I hate those tasks.
Yeah. Just like one of those little things you just got to do. And, every
huge consequences if you don't.
Yeah. Like my employment and ability to live in, I'm not going to say thrive, but survive.
Yeah.
But we have another little accomplishment from our pod mom.
Yes. Susan wrote us in with a little plish.
Yes.
She sent us some pictures. She has like those big, long, hanging blinds that have the blades.
We have those too. Yeah.
What do you call those? Blind blades?
Blind blades.
Blind blades?
Sure.
The big long ones.
The people will know.
Yeah, the people
know. They go in front of the doors, right?
Yes, not just a window one, like the long ones.
Long ones. Vertical blinds.
Vertical blinds. There we go.
I don't know if that's correct, but it sounds like it.
It is.
I'm going to say with confidence.
You sounded
blinds.
confident. She
That's
knows.
what they are.
Kristen knows.
Mm-hmm.
Susan replaced there were like a bunch of missing blades. She sent us some pictures where I'm sure some of them had like broken and fallen out. And it's one of those things where you're just like annoyed by it every time. But like, what an annoying task to have to like get new blades.
New blades, fine. Replace the act of like replacing them.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Yeah. It's just one of those annoying tasks.
Yeah.
So she said she finally replaced the blades, took less than a half an hour.
Nice.
She said we've been missing blades for about 5 years. I had no idea replacement blades were a thing.
I also didn't, and I had those blades, so now
I would have been like, we just have to replace the whole system.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would have done.
Yeah, and I'm sure she was just thinking that too, and was like, we'll get around to it.
Yeah,
5 years later.
Fantastic.
5 years later.
Congratulations,
Susan. We're proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
That is such an annoying task to do, but it makes such a difference.
Big accomplishment. Yeah.
I know. That is a big accomplishment. And don't beat yourself up about how it took half an hour because it was a big one. Yeah. And you've been gearing up for 5 years.
Yeah. Now you're ready and you're prepared for if you need to replace another one. You know what to do.
Yeah, you'll know. Yeah. Because now you've done it. So now you know how to do it.
Yes.
And that's always nice.
This is exciting.
Yeah. So good for you, Susan.
Yeah. Congrats.
So if you have your own little accomplishment that you want us to share on the podcast, or you just want to share with us and you want to kind of give yourself a nice pat on the back, which you should, because that positive reinforcement will cheer you on for next time and give you, that reinforcement. Mm-hmm. So you can email us at wordsoffeather@gmail.com and we will give you a shout out for your little plushes.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you ready for this meat?
It is the meat.
It is meat.
Meat. Please don't sue us, Arby's.
Yeah.
You know what? Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Meat boys.
They're like, we don't get it. We don't understand.
It has nothing to do with
us.
You can say that. It's fine. And also, we don't listen. We're Arby's. We don't listen to you.
We don't listen and we don't care. That's fine, Arby's. You don't have to care.
Yeah, whatever.
Your sandwiches suck.
Stinks in there. I've never eaten at Arby's once.
Christopher ate at Arby's once and then immediately threw it up. And I was like, okay. It's kind of like a nail in the coffin for me trying. Literally was within 20 minutes. It was like, he's didn't agree with me. I was like, well, it's Arby's. I don't think it agrees with anybody. It's just like, can you handle it?
Yeah. Is your stomach strong enough to keep it down? Yeah. I remember Alex Tour worked there in high school, I think. I just remember overhearing him just talking in class to someone else about don't ever eat there. I was like, yep, it's good enough for me. That's all I need to hear.
Listeria. I feel like you're just going to get like a weird disease.
Yeah, weird meat disease. Yuck.
Went to Arby's and I left with a meat disease.
Yeah, mysterious meat disease. So don't eat at Arby's.
Yep. Yeah. But this meat isn't about Arby's.
And hopefully you won't throw it up in 20 minutes.
Yeah, hopefully. Or you might, but let's not.
But don't. Keep it down.
It's
Choke
about
it down.
Vitamins.
Yep.
And we've been doing this supplemental series, or we've started it. We talked about iron. We talked about zinc. We talked about another one. Fish oils, yes. And now we're going to talk about B vitamins because I want to. And we're doing it. But there's a whole complex of B. There's so many B. There's B. We mostly talk about B2, B6, B9, and B12.
Is there B3?
There might be.
Okay.
B.
Full of puns.
No, I don't think so. No. But sometimes these are often in your multivitamins. They have fun names like niacin and folic acid. So it's kind of hard to say is this a B vitamin or is this something different? I think the world of supplements is very predatory and misleading.
Yes.
So I'd like to talk about B vitamins for a little bit because I think it's often when you get these natural supplements or natural Adderall or Adderall alternative, it's sometimes, and what I've looked up is a lot of times it's just B complex vitamins. And I don't like the supplement world because I think it's really predatory and it's full of bullshit. There's no
Oversight, regulation.
Yeah, or regulation. And it's just, you end up taking all these things that you don't need and you end up making very expensive pee. Or there are things that have like actual consequences, like supplements like saw palmetto, which, really can help with prostates, but like interacts with like every medication on earth. So if you're taking something like that, you really need to tell all your doctors about, like, you should know what these medications and supplements interact with, but like it's not regulated, and like who knows what you're getting are you really getting that much saw palmetto, or is it like less than half? We don't know, because there's no oversight. There's no regulation on these substances that people swear by. Ugh, it drives me nuts.
Yep. And it like preys on people who rightfully mistrust like big pharma and the FDA and all that stuff, which like I get.
Or they're misinformed. Or they can't afford, like, they're having a hard time getting in to see a doctor for their blood pressure. So they're taking, a vitamin that's supposed to help with their heart vitamin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it feels like a lot of the supplement alternative medicine world is like, oh, you rightfully like don't super trust big pharma, come over here, we're super trustworthy, like based on nothing other than them saying we're not big pharma.
There are problems in the medical field. I work in it. I know, I get it. There's problems with big pharma for sure, but at least there's some sort of like regulation thing, whereas the world of supplements is kind of weird, and there's no regulation, and they keep it that way because they can.
Yeah, so they can sell you their bullshit.
Yes.
Peddle their wares.
Exactly. It's a billion dollar industry.
Yes. Yeah. They make so much money.
So much money on you hoping this is the right thing.
Yep.
So let's talk about it.
Please.
So when we go through this series, we're first starting out with things that are, I'm going to say real, but that's not true. Things that are like more researched. We talked about like iron and today we're talking about B vitamins. We're going to talk about magnesium and vitamin D and stuff like that later. But eventually we're going to get into like the weird stuff like ginkgo and ashwagandha and saffron and all these other things that people swear by. But like, is it true? What do we know? We'll get there. But let's get to the basics. So let's talk about B vitamins. There's a bunch of them. I was going to start. Today I wanted to go over just 3 of the B vitamins that are most common in like supplements that we take or in a multivitamin. So let's talk about it.
Please.
We're starting from, we're going to do B6, 9, and 12.
Okay.
Let's start with B6. It's also called pyridoxine.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That sounds like a medication name.
They all have different names. It's a cofactor for an enzyme, which means like the enzyme can only work if like that guy's around. And it deals with like sugar metabolism, amino acid metabolism, and metabolism for neurotransmitters like norepinephrine, epinephrine, serotonin, and GABA. Kind of makes sense that we would be talking about this. If you can have a B6 deficiency, that's a real thing. It's associated with an impaired immune response, something called microcytic anemia. You can get neuropathies in your hand and feet from it, and in really, really bad cases, seizures.
Jesus.
So it's like a real thing.
And does it make you like lethargic too? I've seen a lot of people say that they feel like their energy has improved since taking B vitamins.
Well, that's mostly B12.
Okay, I'll hold off then.
Let's hold off.
Please.
Recommended daily intake is 1.3 milligrams a day for adults. You can find these in natural foods like fortified cereals, organ meats, fish, potatoes, legumes, nuts, bananas, and avocados.
Nutritional yeast, heavy in vitamin B.
Which one?
I don't know.
One of them.
All of them, any of them. Pick one. No, I don't know.
I'll have to look it up.
Okay.
Adjusting my legs.
Put it on popcorn.
With your new popcorn machine?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, nutritional yeast. Good way to get a little more.
I wish I could eat popcorn.
Nutrition. You could. Just, there's dire consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So weird. How is B6 relevant to ADHD? Well, there's a couple studies, including one in our lovely journal, BJ Psych. BJ Psych.
We the best.
It never gets old. It's
always funny.
This journal keeps popping up and it just never gets old. We love you, BJ Psych.
Thank you for existing, BJ Psych.
Thanks for having that name.
You're my favorite BJ.
For those of you not in the know, BJ Psych is the British Journal of Psychology.
And also a British DJ.
Yeah. Yes. That we made up.
BJ Psych, the DJ. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my alter ego.
It's your DJ name is BJ Psych.
Yeah, BJ Psych. Can you imagine that? Not a bad idea.
All your music has like, little fun facts about like neurotransmitters and stuff.
Yeah. And maybe like the health warnings that they have on like med commercials.
I love that.
Yeah. Side effects include a heart attack, cancer,
seizures,
pissing yourself.
Ask your doctor if this is right for you.
Yeah. Bam! Huge drop. Bam, 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 bam. Not recommended to take for 65 years and older. I'm doing the circuit, DJ circuit.
You going to Ibiza next?
Yeah, catch me in Ibiza, please.
So let's go back to 2016 because a study was published I know. Could you imagine?
So naive, so young.
So a study in BJ Psych showed that there was a statistically significant decrease in B6 serum levels, which like blood levels of adults with ADHD compared to adults without ADHD. And that's all that it looked at. And that's all that it really found. There's no like, when the study, and it's linked below, but it's, when you look at these studies, in the conclusion, they're like, oh, this could be used for more. There more studies could be more. But like, that's basically the study is they like took people with ADHD and without ADHD and they tested their blood and that's what they found. And then we stop there. Don't conclude anything that doesn't need to be concluded.
Okay.
A bunch of studies were done in the 1970s. So take with a grain of salt, where they looked at B6 supplementation could be a potential treatment for ADHD. Because they were thinking if it's a cofactor that deals with these neurotransmitters, maybe that could help. These studies really didn't go anywhere. I think mostly because shortly after, like, Ritalin and Adderall came to be, and those are like way more effective.
Yeah.
There we are. Womp womp. But it's still, I think it makes sense theoretically. Like maybe you need B6 to live. It's a necessary nutrient that you need. But
so even if it doesn't like help ADHD specifically, it'll just like make you feel better in general, or like you won't have a function. You won't have a seizure, and that's part of ADHD. If you are having seizures, you can't focus. So
right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. ADHD treatment.
B vitamins aren't necessary, just like D vitamins and all the vitamins. We need them in certain amounts. Is it truly going to be beneficial for ADHD? Do you need to go out and go buy a specific B6 vitamin?
Maybe if you're not eating enough legumes.
Well, how do we know? Like, I think if you like go to your primary care and you like get all these blood tests done and they're like you're profoundly deficient in B6, then yeah. But if you're just like, I'm feeling tired, maybe it could be so many things. You know, I wouldn't. Once again, don't let this supplemental industry like make you spend money that you don't need to be spending. Spend it on something else. Like Arby's.
Yeah. Like a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Could
be fun. Could play Spyro.
So that's B6. Once again, necessary. Is it fantastic for ADHD? I don't know. I don't see anything that says, there's nothing that says like B6 is going to really benefit ADHD. There's been, people are like, oh, I started taking B complex vitamins and I feel better. Great. I think if it works for you, then great. Because, you could be a little bit deficient in one of these things, but I think it's hard to tell unless you take a specific test, which I don't even think there are.
Yeah. You probably have to like ask specifically to have
for
those
that
levels
one.
Looked at.
And
I feel like you could, do your own little experiment. Like there's not like crazy side effects, right? It's not like with iron where it's like if you take too much, you're
gonna just pee it out.
So if anything, you'll just like waste money. But I feel like if you're curious about it,
Yeah.
it might be just worth trying for a few weeks and see if you notice any differences. And
Yeah. And usually you don't get like a B6 vitamin. You get B complex vitamins, which have all of the Bs, including the Bs we are not talking about today.
all the bees.
All the Bs. And
Bees?
Bees. If you do take a B complex vitamin, be prepared. Be prepared
Be
for
yourself.
your urine to be bright yellow.
Yes, don't let it terrify you and think
you're not
dying.
diseased. You're just taking vitamins.
I get myself every time like,
You're
oh my God. Oh, wait.
It's like SpongeBob yellow.
It's like crazy. Like, how did that come out of me?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
You ever look at your urine and you're like, I can't believe I created that.
Yeah. The body is
The
a miracle.
of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Yep. Miracle of life.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Please.
That's right. Let's talk about B9.
Yeah.
Also known as folate or folic acid. Have you heard of that
Oh.
before?
Yeah. You need it if you're pregnant.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's talk
Eat
about
your
it.
spinach.
Yes.
Pregnant ladies.
It's been highly studied in for other, not for specifically for ADHD, but it is studied quite a bit and is very, very necessary for a very important thing. Let's talk about it. Help prevent it. The biggest thing is it helps prevent brain defects and neural tube defects. Oh my God.
That's all right.
Ah.
Take it again.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I got
Three,
I
two,
got too
one.
excited. So it's very well known that B9, aka folate/folic acid, prevents brain defects and neurotube defects in fetuses. Feti. I think it is fetuses.
Yeah, it's not feti.
It's not feti, but wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, let's just say it is for funsies.
When taken during pregnancy or pre-pregnancy, like if you're planning to become pregnant, you should be taking this. Which
like don't.
You can, but like why?
But like at what cost?
Yeah.
You know,
Because then you have a child.
and then you got to raise that child, and they're
Yes.
not even leaving at 18. The state of the world now, that kid is living in your basement.
Full
He's
life.
not getting married. He's not having a family of his own. Can't afford it.
No way. But if you are pregnant, you should be taking this for sure.
Yes.
It is necessary for DNA synthesis and repair, amino acid production, and neurotransmitter production. During pregnancy, there's this like, incredible amount of cell growth and synthesis because you're creating a person.
It's
And
so crazy. The human body's a
wild.
miracle. Yeah.
Miracle of life.
Miracle of life.
Mhm.
It really is crazy that you're growing like a little baby butt in there.
I
Yep.
know.
Little
Just hanging
baby
out,
heart.
growing eyeballs and stuff. You know,
just
it's not
growing.
wild.
Yeah, you're just like having a conversation with someone and you're just, truly like growing a tongue in there.
Yeah.
Weird.
We should never be pregnant.
No.
Yeah.
Other people
Not for us.
should, but not us.
Not us.
And that's okay.
Not
Not everyone
us.
needs to be pregnant.
Yeah. So because of this like rapid cell growth, folate is very, 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 very important. You don't want your baby to have neural tube defects.
No.
That could be fatal, and usually it is. So folate deficiency in utero causes neural tube defects like spina bifida, and brain defects like encephaly, which is where your brain and skull do not develop normally, and that is 100% fatal.
Yikes.
That baby does not survive.
Yikes.
Folate deficiency in adults can present as like anemia associated with fatigue and mouth sores, and also cardiovascular disease and
Jeez.
decreased cognitive function and dementia. Associated, not association does not mean cause. Let's just make that clear. But it's associated,
And it's not helping.
not helping.
Yeah.
Right. So super duper important.
Well, you said that vitamin B12 is the big, like, one related to energy and everything, but I feel like B9 also sounds like it would be like cognitive energy.
They're all very similar. But yes, also associated with energy.
Okay.
Associated with energy.
Yeah.
The recommended daily dose of folate is 400 milligrams a day for adults, 600 while you're pregnant or trying to become pregnant, and 500 while breastfeeding. Where do you find this? In the
Spinach.
wild? Yeah, green leafy vegetables, beans, liver, and organ meat.
Oh.
Ugh. eggs, fortified cereals, rices, and stuff like that. Yeah.
All right.
Is this relevant to ADHD? Don't know.
Maybe.
So does folate supplementation in utero prevent or decrease the severity of ADHD or autism? So there have been studies. So several studies follow mothers who did and did not take folate acid supplements during pregnancy and found that the offspring who received folate supplements in utero were less likely to have autistic spectrum disorder. And there was not enough research to comment on ADHD. It was one study. Correlation does not equal causation.
Yes, your baby is not autistic because you didn't eat enough spinach.
Right. And your baby is not autistic because you took Tylenol during your goddamn pregnancy. Jesus Christ.
They're autistic because you or your partner or one of your grandparents probably was autistic.
Yes.
Look at your dad. Does he eat the same meal for 40 years?
Mm-hmm.
Does your grandpa have a train collection? Does your grandma have a spoon collection? That's that. It's that. It's genetic.
That's what it is.
Yes.
So, second question.
Yep.
Does folate supplementation as a child/adult decrease the severity of ADHD or autism traits? Thank you.
Does it?
Studies have shown.
Are you waiting for me to answer?
No, I had like a weird burp situation.
Oh.
I think I have a hiatal hernia. Only because I've repaired a bunch of them recently.
And now you're paranoid?
And now I'm paranoid.
I don't think you do have that.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that like where you get like a little pocket and things get stuck in there?
That's called a Zenker's diverticulum.
That's right.
Different
diverticulum. I'm always convinced I have a diverticulum ever since I learned about it in grad school.
You could have diverticulosis. Those are diverticulum, but that's in your colon.
No, I think it's like in my throat. But I also think I did the thing where I learned about it. I'm like, I have that, even though I know it's kind of rare. And it's like older people usually.
Yeah.
Or people with like a lot of stomach acid. Is that what causes it?
The Zenker's?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what causes the hiatal hernia is where the opening... Let's get off topic. The hiatal hernia is when the opening of your diaphragm where your esophagus goes through and meets your stomach is like larger. So then your stomach herniates or goes up through the diaphragm and is kind of like sitting in your chest. But that creates a lot of so food can get stuck in there. But you can also have like a ton of stomach acid because it's all just like all that stomach acid sitting right on your lower esophageal junction. And it's not good to have. Your stomach is pretty protected from all the stomach acid. Obviously, esophagus, not so much.
Well, now I'm going to think I have that. So
yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks for teaching me. Maybe we both have it.
I know a guy who can fix it. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you know.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Please.
Does folate supplementation in a child or adult decrease the severity of ADHD or autistic traits? So there have been a couple studies, once again, that show that like ADHDers, children and adults have decreased serum levels, but there's not enough evidence to support that folate specifically will decrease the symptoms.
Okay.
This is going to be a trend.
We're not making conclusions here.
We're not making conclusions. I'm just telling you, I read a bunch of studies and that's what they said. There's not enough evidence. So
but also like the more spinach and beans and stuff you eat, probably the better you'll feel just in general. So
beans are great.
Beans are great.
The more I work in general surgery, the more I'm like paranoid about getting diverticulitis and
eat your beans.
Eat beans, eat vegetables, take a fiber supplement.
Yeah, don't worry about like so much decreasing the bad stuff you're eating, or like junk food or whatever. Just it's easier to focus more on getting like more of the good stuff, you know? Let yourself have a sweet treat, but also eat your beans.
Eat your beans. Let's talk about B12.
Okay, I'm ready.
Do you have any questions about folate?
No, I think you answered them. I'm not planning to get pregnant or be pregnant. So I think I should be eating more beans and more spinach. So I feel like I should just try to do that in general.
Yeah. Obviously, better to get all these vitamins from your diet, eating green leafy vegetables, eating beans. Some of us live in food deserts. Some of us don't like vegetables. That's fine. Some of us are allergic to things. Some of us, are on a budget and can't go buy organic, whole foods because, you know, you have to feed your family and yourself. And so, you know, stuff is tight and
Stuff is tight.
food is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
If green leafy vegetables and organ meat and beans are not an option, then take a multivitamin because that has like most of these things in it, you know?
No shame in that.
For sure.
However you get it. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be fancy. There's a lot of fancy vitamins. Any like Centrum Silver is not that expensive. But yeah, but it is, if you're not getting these in your diet, then yeah, I think it's totally fine to just take a multivitamin. Do you have to go out and buy a big expensive vitamin online that's like $60 for like 10 tablets? No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Come back down to earth.
Yes.
No one needs expensive vitamins. They're very cheap over the counter.
Just make sure that whatever company you're getting them from, like, it's actually the vitamins in there. Because once again, no regulations.
Right. So like, stay with what is been around for a while. Flintstones. Do you have kids? Give them Flintstone vitamins.
The thought of that texture just like made me cringe.
But like, those have been around forever. It's the same formula. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then just like, yeah.
I'm always like, even if there isn't as much of this vitamin in here as I think, and it's like half sawdust, maybe placebo will work.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Just believe that they're working and then they'll work.
There you go.
Placebo. Boom.
Do you hate taking vitamins? Take a gummy bear vitamin.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
And you look forward to it.
There you go. It's the only, and I take it with my ADHD meds.
Smart.
So I get a little treat. And then I remember to take my meds. It's the only way. I'm like a Pavlov's dog, you know?
Yeah, whatever works. And also, I would say don't take vitamin B before bed. Take it in the morning, because if it does have an energy effect, which I think it does, like I was going through a phase where I was taking it just like with all my other vitamins and taking it at night. And I was feeling like really anxious at night. And then someone made the connection for me of like, maybe I think you should take those in the morning. And I did. And then that helped a lot.
Yeah.
So if it is having an energy effect, which for me, I think it does.
Yeah.
You don't want to take those before bed. And I hadn't really thought about that. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I would say take your B vitamins in the morning.
B's and D's in the morning.
Take those B's and D's.
There's a few medicines that should be taken at night. Those are usually prescribed. Like one is called a statin. And it has to deal with cholesterol, and that's just because your body deals with cholesterol during the night, so better to be taken at night. But if it's like between you not taking it at all or taking it in the morning, take it in the morning, you know?
Yeah.
Rules are meant to be broken. Anyway.
Sometimes they're not.
Sometimes. The last vitamin I want to talk about today is cyanobalamin, which is also known as B12.
Okay.
It is a necessary vitamin for neuromyelination, which is like almost like insulation around your neurons, so that
myelin sheath.
Yes. So when they fire, they're like insulated, almost like insulation around an electrical wire. It goes faster when it's insulated because the depolarization isn't like going off into the ether. That's a bad explanation. But
no, I think that was a good one.
All right.
I think it worked.
Well, thank you.
I got you.
But yes, it's necessary for your nerves and neurons, for the neuromyelination, for neurotransmitter synthesis, red blood cell synthesis, homocysteine synthesis, which is a precursor to the amino acid cysteine. And homocysteine buildup has been associated with neurological dysfunction, including dementias, neuropsychiatric illness, and declined cognitive function. So this is why B12 is super duper important.
Okay.
So this one in particular, most likely due to like the neurotransmitter synthesis and the red blood cell synthesis, is most often associated with increased focus and energy. Where do you find this guy?
Spinach.
Pretty much the same thing. Liver, shellfish, salmon, beef, milk, fortified tofu, and breakfast cereals.
Just slam a liver like once a week.
Yeah, that's what I'm learning. I need to eat more liver. Have you ever eaten liver?
No, I haven't.
I used to work at an old people's home, and like once a quarter, they would have liver and onion day. And everyone would come out. Literally every resident like lived for that day.
Probably because it's giving them a bunch of vitamin B and they're like dancing on the roof.
Loved the liver and onion because I was like, oh, no one's gonna get that. Everybody got it, and then I'd come home smelling. My mom made me like take my uniform off in the garage, and she's like immediately to the shower. Like I was 15 and she wouldn't let me come in the house because I smelled so bad.
Stink like liver.
She's like, you smell bad. Your clothes smell bad.
Is that like a Great Depression era meal?
I don't know.
Like
I think so.
Because I feel like I've never been given the opportunity to eat liver and onion. Not that I would take it.
Where do you buy the liver?
Yeah.
Can
you have to
buy
go to like
that
a
at Shaw's?
specialty meat store.
I'm okay.
A butcher. I feel like I'd rather just take a vitamin and eat some spinach.
Yeah.
Have you heard of people call it different things, but it's like some people call it like grazing hour or like dinosaur hour to like because they don't like eating leafy greens, but they know that they should. So I've seen a few people say that they and their kids will just have like a dinosaur minute or whatever, where they like just take handfuls of baby spinach and just eat it and pretend they're dinosaurs. And it's a way to just kind of like get it down and make it kind of fun. And then they're done.
Spinach is great for you. Kale sucks ass.
Yeah. Massage your kale first if you're going to eat it. It makes it easier to eat. You can make
even my
kale chips.
Don't like kale.
I am kind of on board with kale chips, which I discovered recently. I'm like, these aren't that bad, actually. You just put a bunch of seasoning on there, but you're supposed to like massage it first. That really opens it up.
Like a fine wine.
Yes, yeah. Except
there's
it's kale
something
and it tastes
about
like
kale.
fuck.
I don't know. It's
so like
it's like very tannic, and then it's just like
texture's bad.
The texture's bad. That's what I can't get over. Is the texture is just like
thick. Yeah,
it's like a thick leaf.
Yeah,
I want my leaves thin.
Yeah, keep them thin.
Nice and thin.
I'd rather
thin cut leaves.
Yeah, a handful of baby spinach. I could do that. I could pretend I'm a dinosaur.
Right.
Eat a handful of baby spinach.
I like baby spinach.
Or sneak it into a smoothie.
A little salad, a smoothie.
Yeah.
Use it instead of lettuce on your sandwiches.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you can have like a legit deficiency of B12. It's called pernicious anemia. It's an autoimmune disorder where you can't absorb the B12, and you actually have to like get like subcutaneous injections of it.
Oh God!
Because you just can't absorb it in your stomach. Also, those who've undergone gastric bypass sometimes get B12 deficiencies, just because your gut is rerouted, so you can't really absorb it well. I don't know much about gastric bypass, but I do work with a bariatric surgeon. So if you have more questions about it, let me know and I can ask her things.
Yeah.
So relevance to ADHD with B12. Here's where we get repetitive. Once again, studies have shown that children with ADHD have low levels of B12. Where are these studies? They're linked below. Don't worry. I'll link them all. Unlike folate, there's not a lot of maternal B12 intake, ADHD, autism spectrum disorder research. This is just not there. I didn't really find any trials of like whether B12 in adults or children would improve traits, severity of traits. It was either all like B complex vitamins, which is all of the Bs, or B12 with like iron, or B12 with something else. You know, it wasn't just like B12 alone. So it's hard to say like whether or not this would actually do something. But I've noticed when you look online, there's like lots of things that are like natural Adderall and, you know, like Adderall alternatives. And it's really just B complex vitamins. And I think it's because like ADHD and autism are exhausting. And so if this like increases your energy, then you feel better. And you're like, oh, now I have like the motivation. So they're like, it's a natural Adderall. That's what I'm thinking. There's no proof.
I think you're right.
There's no proof of that, but I think, you know, we probably are deficient because, you know, for many reasons, whether it's like an ARFID situation or we forget to eat or we're, you know, having a moment where we just eat the same thing, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the past month. And maybe we don't have like the best nutritional intake. Sure. But I think some of these vitamins that are, or supplements that are like being advertised as like an Adderall supplement are just B vitamins.
Yeah, they're just like vitamins your body needs anyways, and you're just like getting enough vitamins.
You're just deficient is what I think is like 90% of these vitamins is like you're deficient and here we go.
Yeah, especially for ADHD and autism, where we're just notoriously bad at like having consistently good nutrition.
So I looked up some because there's a bunch of advertisements on TikTok and now my FYP is fucked.
Sucks.
So here we go. And I think I'll just do this for every little thing that we do. But I've noticed it was like particularly with the B vitamins, they just like throw it in everything. So the one that I saw the most is called 5-MTHF drops. And it's like in a little dropper, very cute. And all it is a methylated, because I looked up the ingredients, methylated B12 and B9 vitamins in a dropper formation. Okay. And what does methylation mean? It's like a chemical process our body does, but some people are actually, they don't methylate as well. That's like a legit thing. It's like a gene thing. And you can get like genetic testing to show that you're not a good methylator.
Terrible methylator.
So like maybe just like getting like nature made pharmacy vitamins at like Hannaford aren't going to work because those aren't methylated. Sure. Is this a Adderall alternative? No, it's a B vitamin.
How can they legally call it that? I don't understand.
So
no regulation.
There's no regulation, and they're not saying like it's a natural Adderall. They're just saying like, oh, it's very like predatory. I have ADHD. I had so much trouble focusing, and then I took these, and I was able to do my dishes, and I cleaned my ceiling fan, and I did all these things because of these drops, and now I'm a functional human. So that's usually what it is. There's a couple influencers who are like saying like this is natural Adderall, but for this one in particular, it's very much like the influencer is saying I'm struggling with some sort of mental illness and now I've taken these drops and I've cleaned my house.
Yep. I'm cured.
I'm cured. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
It's all about the implication.
And yeah, so it's just and you could probably buy, methylated vitamins somewhere. I'm sure they're expensive.
Yeah, without having to like buy that specific brand of like.
But if you are a person who is able to methylate, if you don't have that like genomic dysfunction, then don't spend extra money on methylated vitamins.
Yeah, just buy the regulars.
Buy the regular ones. If you even need them. Buy a multivitamin. That's what I've learned from all of this.
Yeah.
A multivitamin. It's got most of the things that you need. That's why they have them.
Whenever it's in gummy form, I'm like, is this really, how could they fit all this into a gummy? How could this be so? And then I feel like I'm not getting the placebo.
Patreon episode coming up about
gummies.
Melatonin gummies.
Okay.
It's not great.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
That's why I don't trust them. Taking a pill feels more legit, which
whatever works for
correct.
you. Yeah. And I think that we're just going to keep repeating that. This whole series is like, whatever works for you. And if you feel like it's working, then great.
Then it's working.
And it's working. And I know that there's some people who are like very like, I have to have these special vitamins. They're the only ones and they're A, B, C, D, E, F, G reasons why I have to have these ones. Sure. Whatever. I'm just saying that sounds expensive. And I have neither the time nor the money to buy expensive. I just want the gummy ones.
I know you
I
do,
can
buddy.
get the one. I can get them at Hannaford.
Yep.
Then I get to
They're
go to
usually
Hannaford.
on sale. Buy one, get one half off.
Exactly.
Yep.
Hannaford. Another one that I found that was like kind of predatory was called Easy A. And they're these vitamins. They like come in little, I don't know if they're like multiple vitamins or if it's like one. They come in little packages.
I hate that whole like pre-wrapped individual things. It's like, what are we doing here?
I think there's a time and a place for that. And that is for people who are on several different medications, who are maybe elderly and can't open pill bottles.
Yes, of course.
Or gets their meds mixed up. And you can have a pharmacy. I don't even know how you would like go about it, but I've seen it before where pharmacies will like individually wrap up your daily, like this is your morning bag of meds. This is your evening bag of meds. And that way you're like, these are the meds I need to take in the morning and no questions asked.
Yes.
There's no like opening.
That is legit.
That's legit. These like,
if you're just like an able-bodied person who has the time to shake out an individual vitamin or split them up into a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday type of deal, just do that.
Right.
You don't need them
a lot of these
individual
vitamins are in a multivitamin. Yes. I'm very pro multivitamin.
You are.
I think
multivitamins sponsor us. Just the concept of multivitamins.
Yeah. I'm just saying that like it's just crazy. Like look at the vitamin like aisle, which is like a whole aisle in the grocery store, and you have like specifically vitamin D, specifically vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin E. All of those are in a multivitamin. Why would I buy 6 different vitamins when I can buy a combo pill?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Go multivitamins.
Yeah. So Easy A is like one of those, they're like in individual packs, and I don't know if they're like separate multiple pills per pack or is it one pill? I don't know. It doesn't matter. The ingredients are just B complex vitamins and caffeine. So no wonder why you feel better.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah,
you're zipping.
Of course, you zip it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which is another issue I keep bringing up. The supplement industry is they put caffeine in everything and I just had a coworker, and I will remain nameless because it's kind of, how do I say this politely?
You don't.
I don't, and I won't. Just a stupid move on his part. He's like, on a health kick, and he's buying all these vitamins, and then then he's going for a run, and he took all these vitamins, and then he took a pre-workout, and then he drank a Celsius.
What?
Because
he's gonna die. Well,
and then he was having heart palpitations, and he didn't know his pre-workout had caffeine in it.
What? That's pre-workout.
That's all pre-workout is. It's just caffeine and vitamins.
Why do you think he was taking it?
I don't know.
A Celsius on top of the pre-workout?
And then he took a Celsius, and then he looked at his vitamins, his regular vitamins for running, and they're just caffeine.
Of course.
They're caffeine pills. So of course he was
That's crazy,
right? I was like, you're wild.
Have a heart attack.
Exactly. And so he's like, I've gotten rid of them all now. I'm like, yeah, you should, because you're gonna kill yourself accidentally with caffeine.
That's
it's like
insane.
The one pet peeve about the supplement industry is that they just throw caffeine. Anytime you see energizing on something, or like a little lightning bolt, it's caffeine. They put caffeine in everything. Some people cannot have caffeine. It is not good for them. They have like heart arrhythmias or something, and they shouldn't have that much caffeine. And if you sneak it into things, people are going to die. And we know about that because it happened with the Panera people who died.
Lemonade.
Yes, the charged lemonade, which had way too much caffeine for that amount. You shouldn't be drinking that much caffeine. We talked about it in a whole episode. It's a stimulant, but it also has like crazy side effects. And you can't just sneak it into things. It has to be plainly, like it should be clear as day written how much caffeine per thing is on there. And they always like sneak it into really small print, and it drives me nuts.
Okay, but he was making like multiple mistakes. Like on like the vitamins are bad. The pre-workout is egregious.
Right.
What did you think the purpose of it was? What did you think it was doing to you? What do you think pre-workout means?
I think the issue that the questions that you're asking is, what was he thinking? He wasn't. There was no thought process.
He was like pre-workout helps with workout.
Good for running. This is also good. These are my running
but like, what do you mean by good for running?
Right. There's no...
It's good because you physically can't stop running because you feel like
critical
a lion
thinking,
is chasing
there was
you.
none of it that day. So it's like...
now I'm mad. You're making me mad.
That person's still alive and running
and they
around.
work in medicine.
Yes.
That's concerning.
Right? Be concerned. I've had many nurses who had to go down to the ED because they've drank too many Bang drinks in one day. And you're
Stop with the bangs. Speaking from personal experience.
It should be illegal.
It should be.
It should be.
I went through a big bang phase.
Yeah. No, not okay.
Yeah.
But yes, so that's all that is. B complex in caffeine. Of course you're going to feel better. Of course you're like, wow, I've got all this energy and I feel like I could do something about it.
Yeah.
Because you just took a vitamin and a stimulant. Just take a multivitamin, have a cup of coffee, and go on your day.
But also, I wouldn't take vitamins like right before you work out also. That sounds like my belly hurts just thinking about that. I feel like it just, now your stomach is metabolizing the vitamins and it's a lot going on. He was making so many mistakes. Don't have a handful of vitamins before going on a run. Which, once again, I feel like shouldn't need to be said.
Not an Apple Watch, but some sort of like watch that monitors your vitals, I guess. And he's like, oh, my heart rate was off the chart. I'm like,
wonder what could be contributing to this. Maybe the 7 different forms of caffeine you're ingesting.
It's just crazy.
I have like a really bad tummy ache and like my heart's a flutter.
Yeah, I feel really awful.
I feel like I just need to like run and run. Yeah.
No,
weird.
No. Anyway, yeah. So just, if we can learn something from today.
Yes.
It is that B vitamins can be good, but are they for specifically ADHD or autistic spectrum disorder?
Maybe. Can't hurt, maybe. Unless you take them with a bunch of caffeine. Yeah. Or right before bed. Yeah. So don't do that.
We don't know. It's good. These are necessary nutrients, but specifically for that reason,
Eating a fistful of beans can't hurt. Might make you fart, but it'll be good for your nutrients. So,
and beans are good for your colon.
Yep. Good for your farts.
So maybe these are helpful. Maybe they're not. Maybe this is a bunch of bullshit. We don't know. Take a multivitamin.
I think vitamin B. I think vitamin B is helpful just from my personal experience. But once again, that's my own subjective experience.
Yeah, no, I've taken a B complex and I think I do like, I think it does give you energy. I don't take it regularly because now I take a multivitamin and I think that helps.
There you go. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you struggle with taking like a bunch of different vitamins, multivitamin.
Oh my gosh, they've made a vitamin with all the vitamins that you need. It's called a multivitamin.
Yep.
Careful of predatory caffeine. That's what I'm going to call it. Because they sneak it into things and you don't know how much it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't look up like the milligrammage, but sometimes it can be quite a bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like really taking over your space.
You're good. That's all right. Come on in.
But yeah, so maybe this is helpful. Maybe it's not. Have you been victimized by predatory caffeine?
Yeah.
Let us know. Do you take a B vitamin and you feel great? Let us know. Are you anti or pro multivitamin? Let us know.
Yeah.
I'd love to know. I'd love to chat about it.
Yeah. Do you have a way of like tricking yourself into eating more like spinach and beans and tofu and stuff? Let us know. If you like if you're good at tricking your toddler into eating this stuff, let me know. Because I am also a toddler and I need to be tricked into eating stuff sometimes. So
So that's all I have to say about vitamins.
All right.
B vitamins. For now. Until next time.
Okay.
I hope we've all learned something. Fuck ice.
Yep.
Let's get on with our bod.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Thanks
also,
for listening.
Weirds of Feather, AuDHD-Adjacent podcast. I'm Kristen. That's Grace.
Yep. Find us on the socials.
We're on socials.
Come on Reddit.
We're there.
We're there.
We got a website.
There. Kristen's not, but I'm there.
I'm like a voyeur. I gotta get this under control.
You gotta respond to people. People are posting in there. They post good stuff. Thanks for posting, guys. I appreciate it. I'll engage with you.
Grace will engage. I'll just look from the background.
She's creeping in there.
I am creeping. But let's get on with our bod. Yeah. This bod.
Nice bod.
I want your bod.
Oh, bod. Mm-hmm.
Sent in by a listener, our lovely Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thanks, Jamie, for sending this one in. This one's called the Demoiselle Crane.
And she is a spicy little number.
Sexy bird.
Sexy bird.
Which
I don't
is
say
weird.
that often, but there's a hot bird.
Yeah, I don't often look at birds and go, damn. But this bird is sexy. It's, how would you even, so it's like a black crane-esque bird.
Yeah.
And then it has this kind of like white bob plumage situation, but also this like white eyeliner that connects to the bob.
Yeah.
And that's what you guys got to look it up.
She rocks crane. It. Yeah. 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 It is working.
It's the smallest living crane ever.
Oh.
I didn't know how cranes were that big, but they
can be pretty big.
This one's the smallest.
Okay.
And they live in like central Eurasia, but they migrate. So sometimes they go other places. They're monogamous. Expand
your horizons, cranes.
But Let's do this bird call.
Please. Also, isn't it so crazy how just like for a lot of aminals, for a lot of aminals, it's just normal for them to migrate because that's how
I want to migrate. I want to
work.
be a migratory. I'm not meant to be in the winter, and I'm not meant to be in the heat.
Right?
I need to migrate.
But like, imagine if like birds just had imaginary borders and they were like, sorry, you can't migrate to this normal spot that you feel called to because I've drawn the line and I own this land and you can't come here. And if you do, we'll beat the shit out of you and put you in a concentration camp, you know? It's like, what are we doing? Borders are made up.
Cranes don't have borders and neither do humans.
Yeah. I like that. The earth is everyone's earth, man. We all have an equal right to it. It's our home, man. Just let people live. Be like the cranes.
Be like the cranes.
Go wherever your heart pleases.
Escape the cold.
Yeah, maybe stay out of Russia. It seems cold.
It seems real cold
there. It seems hard.
I think that's why ice left Maine. I know they're still around.
They're still around. They're just like sitting inside like a bunch of babies.
Fucking cold out there because it's all people from like the south.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm sure there's some northerners in there too, but
there's fascist cucks everywhere who just please tread on me, daddies. Oh.
This is a male calling his lady.
Ooh.
You know what?
God.
It's not really a bob. It's more of a mullet situation.
Is it?
It's like a mullet, and then imagine the very top of them is bald, but still sexy. Sexy bald mullet.
Didn't think I'd hear those words together, but
no. They also look like they're wearing like a smoking jacket.
Yeah, they're like a cool ass bird.
This is a cool bird.
Yeah.
This like if we were birds, we would not be this cool.
No, please.
We would be like
puffins, maybe.
Maybe puffins. Yeah. I mean, puffins are. I don't. You would be a puffin because you're like a cool person. Yeah.
Am I?
You're like cool, but.
You would be like a flamingo, maybe?
I don't think I'd be a flamingo. I think I'd
Flamingos
be like
are not
a
that
dead
cool.
pigeon on the side of the road.
Oh, you'd be a pigeon like sadly trying to build a little nest, but it's just like
sad,
like 3 twigs kind of next to each other.
Like I'm missing a bunch of feathers and like, kind of balding. Yeah.
Or you'd be like one of those parrots that like stress loses its feathers and like plucks its own feathers out.
Yes.
Yeah, because it was like neglected for a long time.
Yeah, that's
you'd
me.
Be a bald. Yeah, you'd be a bald parrot.
But not in a good way.
Not in a sexy way.
Not in like, oh, how cute this little bald parrot. Be like, is it that diseased? Like someone should put it out of its misery.
Yeah, is she okay? Yeah, I don't think there's any rehabbing this thing.
Yeah, it's better just to end it.
Yeah, she'll be better off.
Enjoy your puffin life.
Hashtag puffin life.
Yeah. What bird would you be if you were a bird?
Would you be a hot bird? Would you be a sad pigeon or a bald parrot?
Yeah.
Maybe I'd be a raven.
I think I would be like
to be a raven.
The mourning doves that try to get into the bird feeder, but they're too big. So they just sit at the bottom and just kind of sadly like, ooh, ooh, and then a cat gets them.
Aw.
Because they're not very smart. The mourning doves.
Yeah, but they've got a lot of heart.
Do they?
Yeah. They're sweet birds.
Maybe I'll be a pigeon.
They love each other. They got nice little families.
Birds are emotional.
You're a bald parrot. Let's be real. You're a bald parrot.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Like your owner was like 87 years old. She's had you forever and then she dies. Maybe you're like an African gray that also lives for 80 years. And they're now the grandkids are like, we got to take Grammy's bald parrot.
Yeah. What do we do with it?
Yeah.
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 And
she
then
won't stop saying,
time for my pills.
Yeah, put me down.
Take a multivitamin.
Yeah. That is you.
That makes sense.
Yep.
I won't argue.
Okay.
All right. Let's listen to this guy.
Okay. Can't get like the trill of it.
No,
it's more trill. Yeah. All right. You know what? That might be one of your best yet.
Getting there.
I think you got it. All right, let's get the hell out of here. I lost it. Help us!
Existential bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
See ya.